All right, just before we begin, I want to apologize in advance if I'm unable to say any of the names in this article correctly.
It's all right.
I'll do my best. All right, so today's article starts out by saying, Su Yuan-Wu, an elderly Chinese woman living in the U.S., has just passed away. Okay, so we're starting on a bit of a sad note here. One of the main characters of the book immediately has passed away. Now, this phrase is another way to say die. It's often used when you're talking about death when you think the word die might upset someone. So if someone in your family has just died, it kind of hurts when you hear that word. And so instead of saying that word, you just say pass away. It's a little bit easier. It's softer on the ears. Here's an example. Polly's grandfather just passed away, so she's pretty upset right now.
It's actually more of like a softer way to say that someone has gone.
Yes.
All right, so we see that in the article says, sadly, Su-Yuan died before she was able to travel back to China. So she moved to the United States maybe when she was really young, and then now that she's older, she has passed away. She was unable to go back. So let's find out why she went to the States.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty interesting story. Here it says, decades earlier, she had been forced to leave her twin daughters behind as she escaped the war-torn country.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so there's a lot going on in that sentence. She had to leave China and she had to leave something or somebody behind. Now, this phrase, when you leave somebody or something behind, means that you do not take this person or thing with you when you leave a place. So, Su-Yuan couldn't take her daughters with her when she left China to go to America. Here's an example sentence. We don't have room for 3 suitcases. You'll have to leave one of them behind. What am I going to wear?
I know, right? All right, so she had to sadly leave her twin daughters behind. That's very, very tough to do. Now, a twin or twins, as we see here, are just 2 babies born at the same time into the same mother. Now, there are 2 types of twins. We have identical twins, meaning the 2 twins or 2 sisters, 2 brothers, or even brothers and sister. They look exactly the same.
That's right.
And then we have another one called fraternal twin. They're born at the same time, but they don't look alike. They have a little bit of a... They also have their own kind of differences as well. Okay, so we can even say this in an example sentence. Sometimes it's even hard for their mom to tell the twins apart.
Now, you'll probably learn all about those 2 different kinds of twins in science class. All right, well, we know that when Su-Yuan left China, there was a war, so she had to leave, and she had to leave her daughters behind. Now, later on in her life, we hear more about her life. It says, her greatest wish was to be reunited with her daughters, Chuan-Yu and Chuan-Hua. All right, well, I tried.
Good. It was good, though. It's very good.
All right, so what she wanted was she wanted to be reunited with her daughters. Now, when you reunite somebody with somebody, these 2 people are coming together for the first time after not seeing each other for a long time. For example, later in this summer, I will reunite with my parents. Now, I haven't seen them for 2 years, so it's been a long time since we've been able to be together.
Usually during Chinese New Year as well, a lot of families or people, you know, they reunite with each other because sometimes they might be working in different places as well.
Yeah, for like weddings and stuff when you get all the family back together.
That's right. All right, so next in the article says, Jingmei or Jun-Woo, Su-Yuan's American-born daughter, has grown up in the U.S. So we also say the children like this, like June here, they're called second or third generation immigrants. That means their parents or their grandparents moved to the United States or even to another country a long time ago, and then they settled down there. So as we can see, Su-Yuan, she went to the United States and she had another daughter. And her name is June.
Right, okay, so now this kind of gets a little bit complicated. So June or Jingmei, she has some trouble with this. And here it says, as a result, she has always felt cut off from her Chinese roots because She was born in America, and so
Yeah.
she feels American and doesn't really connect the way
Maybe
of
her mom or...
Yeah, yeah. All right, we'll talk about that a little bit later, but first, let's look at the phrase as a result. Here, as a result is another way of saying because of something. Now, because Jingmei grew up in the US, she feels cut off from her Chinese roots. Here's another example. We could say Owen's car broke down this morning. As a result, he was late for work.
So, of course, she grew up in the States. She didn't really get a chance to maybe really experience Chinese culture like her mom did. So she felt really cut off from that. Now, cut off is our shortcut for you phrase. When you cut somebody or cut something off, it means not literally cutting them off. So let's take a look and see what it means in our shortcut for you.